undisclosed sum.
But nothing about Alverna's daughters getting married.
Don't see it yet.
Oh, Granny, guess who's here? Mr. Kellums.
Shorty?
Yes, sir. Just drove through the front gate. Recognized his car.
You mean he drove all the way to California?
Well, you can't blame him for that, Granny. Shorty's got one of the finest automobiles in the hills.
Hi, Mr. Kellums.
Howdy, Jethro. I've been in here so long, I can't hardly get out. How are you, Jethro?
Oh, pretty good. How are you? We didn't know you was coming out here.
I didn't know it myself. You see, I sold out back home, and I just decided to cut loose and have myself a fling.
Hey, we're good for you.
I said to myself, I said, Shorty, I said, where's the most exciting place in the whole country? Quick as a flash, the answer come to me. Hot Springs, Arkansas. So I jumped in the car and took off.
But this is Beverly Hills, California.
I made a wrong turn at Blue Eye.
Ellie, honey, we got company. Go put on a pretty dress.
Yes, sir, Pop.
Shorty Kellums.
Granny, how are you?
Shorty, you rascal. Why didn't you let us know you was coming?
I didn't.
He didn't know he was going to come out here, Uncle Jed.
That's right.
He started to go to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
That's right. And
He made the wrong turn at Blue Eye.
That's right. And
the first thing you knew, he was halfway here.
That's right. So
He just decided to come out here and see us.
Jethro, why don't you let Mr. Kellums tell the story?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kellums. Go ahead.
I think we pretty well covered it, Jethro.
Well, come on in, Shorty. Jethro and me will fetch your stuff.
Now, wait. Hold on. I ain't aiming to move in, won't you? I'm going to stay at one of them hotels.
You ain't gonna do no such thing. Now, you fetch in his bags, and I'll get victuals started.
But, Granny,
Now, don't argue. We won't have it no other way.
Kid, I'll have to unlock that. I got my fortune in there.
Fortune, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, I sold out lock, stock, and barrel back home. My hotel, my silver mine, my house, and land, and everything except my car. As the fella says, I got all my money tied up in cash.
Must be considerable.
Kid, I can live like a king for the rest of my life on what's in that bag. $1,380.
You boys enjoy your coffee. I'm going to the root cellar and get a jar of my special homemade pickled pawpaws.
Pawpaws. Shorty, I think it's safe for you to unchain yourself from your money now.
I reckon it would make it easier to sauce my coffee. You know, Jed, I'm glad I wound up out here. All my life I want to see Hollywood.
It's a right interesting place.
You've been out here going on to 8 years now.
That's right.
You must know your way around pretty good.
I reckon.
How about taking me with you tonight?
Where to?
The party.
What party?
The wild party.
What wild party?
The wild Hollywood party.
All right, I'll take you.
I'll take it.
Where's it gonna be?
Don't you know?
I've never been to one.
You never been to a wild Hollywood party where the movie stars cuts loose and dances on the table and jumps in the swimming pool with their clothes on and sprawls around on pillars while Theta Berry drops grapes in your mouth?
Nope.
You joshing me.
No, I ain't.
Kid, you forgetting we was boys together. We run a pretty fast crowd and you was the fastest.
Me?
You was the wildest girl chasing this rascal in the whole county.
I was not.
Somebody in our crowd was.
How about you?
That's who it was.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Shorty, but I just ain't much of a party-going fellow.
Well, Mr. Kellums, put your suitcase upstairs in the bedroom, right next to Uncle Jed's.
Well, thank you, Jethro.
Oh, here's one I forgot.
Hold on, Jethro, you're towing Shorty.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Kellums. How come you got this here suitcase fastened to your chair?
Well, I savings in there, a fortune.
Oh, here.
How about I take that upstairs and put it in your room?
Good idea, Jed. I've got enough cash on me to last a week, too.
You'll be safe there.
Mr. Kellums? What do you aim to do with all that money?
Aim to kick up my heels. Have a high old time. Burn the cattle at both ends. Live a little.
You're a man after my own heart. That's what money's for. To have fun.
Jethro, I bet you know your way around this town, don't you?
Do I? You's talking to a genuine Hollywood playboy.
Say, Jethro, would you take me to a wild Hollywood party?
Yeah. When you want to go?
Sooner the better.
What about right now?
Let's go.
Come on. Oh, Manny, don't hold supper for us. We's going out. We might not get home till late.
We might not get home to breakfast.
We might not get home at all.
Let's go.
Where are you going?
We's going to a wild Hollywood party.
Where's it going to be?
Well, just a second. Oh, where's it going to be?
You don't know?
Heck no. This is the first one I've ever been invited to.
Never mind. Forget it.
Well, don't you want to go?
No, I think I'll settle for pickled pawpaws. I'm all partied out.
Wait, have you seen this financial statement? Jed Clampetts' fortune is now in excess of $90 million.
That should make you very happy.
Happy? I'm delirious. Drive me up there so I can tell him the good news.
Right, Chief?
You know, I ought to take Mr. Clampett a gift by way of celebration. We'll stop and pick up a box of cigars.
Thanks for the ride, Shorty.
Sure, thank you, Mr. Kellum.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
What do you think of Beverly Hills, Shorty?
Ain't a bad little town at all. Some of them hotels we seen's real whoppers.
Even bigger than the Silver Dollar City Hotel, huh?
They're in Silver Dollar City. Hey! Was that door unlocked all the time we was gone?
Sure, Shorty.
My money! My fortune! My life savings! Every penny I got in the world!
What's the matter with Shorty?
He's afraid somebody took his money whilst we was gone.
I feel a lot better if he put that money in a safe place like Mr. Drysdale's bank.
Or better yet, my root cellar.
You think that's safer than the bank, Bo?
Jed, I've got goat cheese that's been in that cellar for 8 years. Nobody ain't ever touched it.
Nobody can get close to it.
The bag's here. Now I gotta check and see if my money's been took.
What's going on?
Shorty's fixing to count his money.
Jethro, you get a shotgun and stand guard at your front door. Ellie Mae, you take the back door. Jed, you cover the windows. You ready?
I think you'll be safe. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll change it.
Danger explosives.
Don't be nervous. Just a trick to scare off bandits and such.
Beware rattlesnakes.
Just another trick. Yep, it's there. This is the money I got from a hotel. Mary Herschel bought that. And this is the money I got from a silver mine. Sold out to a syndicate from Reed Springs. Fred's syndicate.
Don't believe I know, Fred.
Make a fortune out of that silver mine. Plans to hide a still in there and sell moonshine.
Shorty, did you ever take any silver out of that mine?
Just once. Found a spoon somebody dropped. This here's the money I got from a house and land.
Looks like you got yourself a dandy nest egg.
You ain't seen the big money yet. Papa gave me this, 19 and 29, just before the big crash, and said, son, hide that away. So it's been hid in the silver mine ever since.
He must have known the crash was coming.
He did.
That man always did have his ear to the ground.
Yep, had dirty ears, but he never went broke. You young'uns ain't never seen money this size.
Look at the difference.
That's when a dollar was a dollar.
How many of them big bills you got, Mr. Kellum?
200.
I'll see who's at the door.
Don't open it till I get my money hid. Okay, let him in.
Come on, Shorty. We'll put it in my root cellar.
Safe?
Sure.
Just put it next to the goat cheese.
My favorite all-time human being. Allow me to present you with this box of cigars.
Oh, thank you. What's the occasion?
Wait till you hear. Now listen to this. Mr. Clampett, at this moment, you have now got $90 million.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale.
Jethro?
Hey, Jethro, guess what I got?
What?
A box of cigars.
How about that?
You've also got $90 million.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I don't think your Uncle Jed realizes how much $90 million is.
Oh, I'll cipher it for you, Uncle Jet. 90 million. That's a 9 and a naught, comma. Naught, comma. Naught, dot. Naught.
Boy, really ciphers, don't he?
It's a whiz.
Uncle Jet, now that you got all these millions, how about raising my allowance a little? It's awful hard for a Hollywood playboy to get by on 50 cents a week.
Granny'd like to see you in the kitchen.
Fine, Shorty. Oh, Mr. Drysdale, you remember Shorty Kellums who run the Silver Dollar City Hotel?
Sure, how are you? Mr. Clampett, I would like to discuss some investments.
Well, maybe later. Right now, I'd appreciate it if you talked to Shorty about him putting some money in your bank.
Tell you the truth, Mr. Drysdale, I don't trust banks.
Good. See you later.
My papa hadn't took his money out of the bank before the crash of '29, I wouldn't have this big money I got.
Swell.
When Mr. Kellum says big money, he means really big money.
You mean the kind of money your Uncle Jed has?
Shucks, no. Mr. Kellum's money makes Uncle Jed's look like nothing.
Mr. Kellums, where did you get this big money?
Took it out of my silver mine.
You own a silver mine?
I did. Sold out to a syndicate.
After you took out a fortune?
You betcha.
Millions?
Couple of hundred.
Mr. Kellums, how would you like to take a personally conducted tour of the finest, most modern, safest bank in Beverly Hills?
To tell you the truth, Mr. Drysdale, I wouldn't walk across the street to see it.
Let me down! Quick, Miss Hathaway, to the bank!
Chief, what's going on here?
I have found a new Mr. Wonderful!
Jed, make him put me down. I don't want to see his bank.
You love it, Mr. Kellum. It's beautiful, just like your money. Open the car door, Miss Hathaway.
Jed, make him turn me loose. He's got a death grip on me.
Turn him loose, Mr. Drysdale.
Of course, Mr. Clampett. Oh, now, do you promise not to talk to any other banker?
I do.
Do you promise to trust your money to no one else?
I do.
In sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, till death do us part?
Chief, you are not marrying him.
Maybe not, but those vows are still binding. You're all witnesses.
Turn him loose, Mr. Drysdale.
Jed, let's get in the house. That rascal's got a board loose and he's at it.
Probably my fault, Shorty. I asked him to take care of your money, and that word all seemed to set him off.
Your behavior was outrageous. The way you carried on over that little hotel clerk.
That little hotel clerk happens to be the Silver King of Silver Dollar City. He is worth $200 million.
$200 million?
And that's just what he took out of the silver mine.
Believe it.
I can believe it. I just can't get my hands on it.
Granny says she's all invited for victuals. Oh, and Mr. Drysdale, sure would appreciate it if you try to talk Uncle Jed into raising my allowance.
Well, it's a deal. If you talk Mr. Kellums into coming down to see me at my bank.
The only thing he wants to see is a wild Hollywood party.
Wild Hollywood party?
That little hayseed.
That little hayseed wants to sow him some oats. Let's eat.
Jethro, wait. Now, you tell Mr. Kellums if he'll come down to my bank, he'll get invited to the wildest party Hollywood has ever seen.
Oh, boy. That'll make him happy.
And tell him it'll be a real orgy.
Ah, dog. Wait till he hears that. Well, what's an orgy?
Never mind, just tell him.
Okay.
You have never been to an orgy in your life.
I know. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Where is it going to take place?
Well, it's up to you. You're the hostess.
How do you do? Are you on your way to the Wild Hollywood party?
I sure am. Where's it going to be?
Mr. Drysdale's bank?
Hot diggity dog, dog, let's go.
You're a very lucky man to be a depositor of this bank.
Strictly speaking, I ain't.
You're not.
Mr. Drysdale talked to me about it, but you see, I don't trust banks.
But I'm sure that a man as handsome and worldly as you've been to so many Hollywood parties, you've probably drained the cup of life.
I'll tell you the truth, Mom. I ain't had a good swig of that stuff at all.
Oh.
You don't suppose you could sort of sneak me in, do you? I'd sure be much obliged.
I'm sorry. Mr. Drysdale's wild Hollywood parties are for depositors only.
Pat, where are you going with this darling man? He's coming to the party, isn't he?
I'm afraid not, Jeannie.
Oh, that's awful. There are so many of us girls. Why, he'd be practically the only man there. He's so cute, too.
I'm sorry, but he just doesn't keep his money in our bank.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm going home and get it right now.
But then if we could only be sure.
Well, come with me, both of you. I'll show you. Hop in.
Okay, it worked. Now get those costumes and props. Tell the girls in the secretarial pool to report here for orgy duty.
Oh, hi there, Miss Drysdale. Would you like to sit down and feed my baby raccoon?
No, thank you. I've just returned from Boston, and I'm trying to locate my husband.
Oh, he was here, but he went back to the bank.
I phoned the office. They said he was out for the day.
Gee whiz, I'm awful sorry.
Hey, Annie, you want to go to a wild Hollywood party down Miss Drysdale's bank?
Oh, thank you.
You there.
Me, Mom?
Yes, come here.
Please make it quick. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Did I hear you say there's going to be a wild Hollywood party at Mr. Drysdale's bank?
Yes, Mom. Regular orgy.
That interests me.
I'm sorry I can't invite you, but you see, it's Mr. Drysdale's party, and he kind of likes his women, young and flashy like them two sitting in the car. A couple of dandies? Here, the bank is just crawling with fillies like that.
I find this absolutely fascinating.
Don't get your hopes up, but I'll put in a word for you. What's your name?
Mrs. Drysdale.
Forget it. You wouldn't want his mother there.
Royal visitor.
Ain't bad at all, but I'm getting mighty full of grape. How about you laying here for a spell?
At once, Marcus Aurelius.
What'd you call me?
He was the wealthiest man in Rome. Would you like to sit upon the throne of Caesar?
If it's all the same with you, I'd rather dance them girls.
They are here to please you. Girls, dance with the noblest depositor of them all.
Miss Hathaway here. What? Mrs. Drysdale's on her way up. Thank you, George. Oh, Chief!
Address me in the proper manner.
Hail Caesar!
That's better. You may put a grape in my mouth.
First, I had better put a bug in your ear. Too late. You are about to witness the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. Melvin Drysdale.
Judas, please. How do you like the little party we're giving to welcome you home from Boston?
I don't like it. And you're coming home with me this instant.
Too bad he's got such a strict mama. Well,